To begin, bind the dunes using grass. Secondly, create deep plantings in the shelter of the downwind face. Finally, introduce burrowing animals to aerate the soil. You will be tested on how well you have learned to recognize the language of the ecological transformation. Remember your lessons, and the door to the future will open.
Okay, so...
To begin, bind the dunes using grass.
Bind
Secondly,
the dunes.
create deep plantings in the shelter of the downwind face.
Okay,
Finally,
bind.
Introduce burrowing animals to aerate the soil. You will be tested on how well you have learned to recognize the language of the ecological transformation. Remember your lessons, and the door to the future will open.
That's dunes. Dunes. Bind the dunes. Using grass. What's grass? Grass. Ah, there we
go. Very good.
Okay.
To begin, bind the dunes using grass. Secondly, create deep plantings in the shelter of the downwind face.
Plantings,
Finally,
shelter,
introduce burrowing
downwind
animals
face.
to aerate the soil. You will be tested on how well you have learned to recognize the language of the ecological transformation. Remember your lessons, and the door to the future will open.
What was it?
To begin, bind the dunes using grass. Secondly, create deep plantings in the shelter of the downwind face. Finally, introduce burrowing animals to aerate the soil. You will be tested on how well you have learned to recognize the language of the ecological transformation. Remember your lessons, and the door to the future will open.
Shelter is that one. Ah. And then downwind face. Got a piece of that one. Downwind, right, okay.
Brilliant work.
To begin, bind the dunes using grass. Secondly, create deep plantings in the shelter of the downwind face. Finally, introduce burrowing animals to aerate the soil. You will be tested on how well you have learned to recognize the language of the ecological transformation. Remember your lessons, and the door to the future will open.
Burrowing animals. Okay, so maybe it's just animal. To aerate, what's aerate? Alright, so aerate is that one. Which is what we've got, and then soil, what's soil? Dune, downwind, fire. Soil. Does it mean sand? Maybe it means sand.
Congratulations. You share the knowledge of a Fremen pre-adolescent. Good work. This must be the way.
will take the loot. Cool.
Now we come to the private living areas of the Siege proper. In a Siege community, the leader was known as the Naib, and the various Naibs were often jealous of each other and liked to measure their relative influence by the number of hearths they commanded within their Siege. See, that's the Masquerade. I was hoping it would take them longer to arrive in force. We'd better hurry up and be done with our business here. This must be the Cavern of Council, the cultural and political heart of any Siege community. It's here that Siege dwellers would gather to hear a traveling crier regale the community with news from beyond. And up there, upon that great terrace extending over the room, is the reason we're here today.
Okay.
Script upon the platform reads, "The water of the tribe shall reveal the path." And I believe the path in question is related to the secret that's brought us both here. And while you are clearly no Fremen, you were able to pass their biometric locks without tampering or delay. Whatever lies beyond here, I believe your blood is the key.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Hey, you can't. You're rotating. No, you can't. Oh, rubbish. What about this middle ring then?
Weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Very good.
Sweet. Okay. Blood.
Greetings, and Aql. If you are watching this, I am likely dead or captured. I came to Siege Talab in the same condition you'll find it now, abandoned and despoiled. I must have triggered some kind of hidden alarm, because the Sardaukar were at my heels before long. They found me. I haven't long, so listen well. I was brought to this planet, like you and many others, with one overriding directive: find the Fremen. When I finally came face to face with my quarry, I did not find the villains as described by the Communinet or the Emperor. Instead, I found a noble people being drawn into a conspiracy not of their making. A conspiracy extending from the very heart of the Imperium to the dark corridors of I have to go. They don't know where I am right now, but I can't risk them finding what I leave for you. I wish there was more time. I have much to tell you, but your mere presence in this secret chamber indicates that the ones who sent us will not stop until they achieve their aims. I have hidden the details of my journey on a mimetic film locked within the safe on the wall. As with the security door and the death still, our blood is the key. And now, I lead the Sardaukar as far from here as I may. Ma salam.
Okay.
Tricky Fremen. I believe more than half the technology in this room violates the first 11 Butlerian prescriptions. Probably more. Thou shalt not make a machine. Who are you, really? This film is encrypted with a kind of protection I've only encountered in the restricted section at the Nemesine Library on Artesia. I believe that encryption was of Ixian origin. That's not good. We need an Ixian decoder to access whatever is on this, and I have access to the resources of a great house. Don't be concerned. I'll reach out when I have more information. If we Atreides are known for anything, it's our stiff-necked honor. Besides, as a mystery, you rank right up there with this film. Parting with people is a sadness. A place is only a place.
Okay.
The Masquerette.
Okay.
Try to draw them off. I'll make contact when I have the film decrypted.
Infidels! The lightning worm cannot be deceived! You will pay for your desecration in blood! After them! Do not let them escape! Blast the door!
Whoa! What the hell? What is going on with the lag? Why am I...
Bless this weapon! Identify yourself. Die!
Holy crap. Still suit tubing. Well, it was definitely worth using our spicy stuff. Is that everybody? I think that was everybody. Cool. Huh. Okay, so where now? Okay, don't know where to go. Lost. Is it down? That would be no. Huh. I thought it was this way, but... The way it glows looks like this is the way, but... We colour it out? Is that how we do it? Nope, that's not what I want. No, it's not that way. Well, this sucks ass. Ah, haha, exit siege. Fucking hell. Go through the open door. Hello. Cool. Right, backpack is full. Okay, we're here. We got full backpacks, I think. We should head back. Yep. So if we come down to here, come across, and then we can work on getting back. Excelente. Well, that was cool. We've now done all of the footsteps of the Fremen. Oh, we got spice withdrawal. Taking them drugs. This is where we're going. Cool. And here we go. Oh, where are we going? I want to spend as little time as possible anywhere near the PvP area, so... No. And there we go. Holy moly. We're on our way home. Always close. Okay. Made it. Glad I go with the booster.
Are you there? I've been trying to reach you for a while. I haven't managed to find an Ixian decoder for the Mnemic film anywhere. And that is unusual, given the resources I have access to. It's as if they've been deliberately removed from the face of Arrakis. I'll keep looking, but I wanted to let you know. Keep your eyes open. Maybe one of the towns has a black market trader who kept one in stock. I'll be in contact.
Okay. And fill my lead to John up. That's on before. There we go. Right, we got aluminium we can make. We can make 1 aluminium and we can make 79 steel. So let's do that. Okay. That's new. Right, so we need to melt those. I wonder why I have so few light arts. There we go. Right. Melt. Carbide scraps. Okay. Right, I'm going to make a change, which is we're going away from the Perishield roof and we're going to go with a full roof to save us on power. Okay, we want to go to here. Roof. It looks cool, but it uses a crap ton of power to do it that way. Later on, when we've got like all the different tech, but right now we're just going to have 2 pentashields, 1 in and 1 out. Wash, like so. That should save us a ton of power. So we check our power stuff.